All right, what's going on? Welcome back, everyone. Good morning. It's time to go over the Sunday, August 29th MLB games. For Sunday, we only had 14 games, which doesn't always happen too often. Usually every team's in action, but the Padres and the Angels played, I guess, Friday, Saturday, and they're going to play Monday instead of Sunday. So looking forward to that. Otherwise, we got 14 games, a lot of fun, playoff races, excitingness going on the channel. We did the power rankings last night as per usual for the Sunday night. So we're going to jump in and review the games here this morning. Pirates 4, Cardinals 3, and the Cardinals were cruising to have a nice series sweep over these Pirates and really make some ground up in the playoff race. But then Tsugo comes up in the bottom of the ninth with 2 on and hits a 3-run home run. He was guilty of having all 4 RBIs for the Pirates, and they walk it off in the bottom of the ninth against the Cardinals. Cardinals can't be too happy about that. They did have a lead. Edman had his 9th home run of the season. Doesn't matter because that 9th inning unravels everything and all the work they did in that whole game. Kim goes 4, 1 run, 3 Ks, and Crow goes 5, 3 runs, 4 Ks. Both these starters leave the game. Obviously now no decision. That's the 4th blown save now for Reyes, and it feels like it's all come down in the past month. So Cardinals, big loss there. Rays 12, Orioles 8, and as the O's fans have been telling me on the channel, 1-18 on the season the Orioles are against the Rays. So the Rays have really just piled on the runs against them. They were up 3-2 about halfway through, and then they just exchanged a lot of runs late. 3-4-2 for the Rays, 2-2-2 for the O's. The O's just could not keep up with the offense of the Rays in this one. Wendell leading the way with 3 hits, 6 RBIs. But Franco, he's the story coming out of this one. 29 straight games this guy has been on base. And as a rookie, and he had a little bit of a run at the beginning, but he's definitely showing that he deserves to be in this lineup and a part of this best team in the MLB potentially. Luplo hits his 8th, Meadows his 22nd. Wendell had a 2-home run night, his 6th or his 9th of the year, and that is it for them. Mountcastle is 24th, Mateo his 3rd, and Mullins is 24th as well. So Mountcastle and Mullins have had good season. Mountcastle had a 4-hit night, but it's not enough. The starters or the bullpen of the O's just can never seem to close the door. Watson goes 5, giving up 6 earned runs, but he was still going to get the no decision, but he doesn't. Archer for the Rays, they get to finally see Chris Archer back in action there. Yeah, they do. 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks in his return. Big win for the Rays going forward. Phillies 7, Diamondbacks 4. Phillies have now won 3 straight, all of them coming against the Diamondbacks. Very timely, very much needed after not a great start to the week. They did lose the first game of the 4-game series to the Diamondbacks, but they answered back immediately. Up 5-1 early, halfway through this game. Diamondbacks put up a couple runs late, but the insurance run go up when they're up 5-4. Philly puts up 2 insurance runs in that 8th inning. No home runs coming from Philly side. Harper continues to try to carry this team on his back. A 2-hit night. Galvis had a 1 hit that led to 3 RBIs, which probably is the bases clearing double or something like that. I don't know what happened, but yeah. On the other side, Diamondbacks put up a couple runs, of course, but no home runs again. So overall in the whole game, no home runs. We have Bumgarner going 5 runs, 3 Ks. Suarez 5.1, 1 run and 5 Ks. In the win, big win for the Phillies. They're at least maintaining a little bit in this race. Wild card seems to be what they have their eyes on at this point. Indians 7, Red Sox 5. So the Indians do answer back after losing back-to-back to the Red Sox. Red Sox were out early, put up 1 in the first, 1 in the second, a couple more in the 4th and 5th. But yeah, it's not enough because the offense comes out late for the Indians, and we'll get to that in a second. But Devers has a multi-home run night. He's up to 2 on the season. Dahlback continues to be on a little bit of a heater for the Red Sox. He hits his 17th of the season coming in that 2nd inning. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, the bullpen just does not hold it down for the Red Sox again. Horick does give up 3 earned runs in 5.1, but then the bullpen comes in and gives up 4 more. Morgan goes 3, 2 earned runs, and giving up a couple home runs for the Indians. He doesn't go out on a long outing, but Jose Ramirez hits his 31st and Hedges his 7th, both solo shots, and then the innings just generate a couple more runs, putting some damper in Boston's attempts to pull away in that wild card. Mets 9, Nationals 4. Big story here is not the Mets winning, it's how their fans have been treating them. Baez coming out and talking about how he loves playing for the team, blah, 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 but they just boo their own team too much. And can you really blame them? They had such a lead on this division, and then it fell apart down the stretch. But, the Mets were out quickly, 1-0 in the first, but Washington answers in the fourth with 2 of their own. But the Mets immediately take that back and pile on a couple more runs along the way to get a pretty commanding win in this one. Javier Baez hits his 26th, Villar his 15th, and Alonso had a 3-hit RBI night. Big night for him in the offense of the Mets. We don't say that too often. The offense doesn't always get going. Josh Bell leads the way for the Nationals. He had 2 home runs in this game, 2 hit, 3 RBI nights, up to 23 on the season. Juan Soto adds one in there, a solo shot in the 6th, his 22nd. Fedea goes 5.1, 506 K is a rough outing for him. He's still sporting an over 5 ERA. While he does show signs of brilliance from time to time, not last night. Miguel goes 5, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks in the win, and other than that, doesn't mean too much. Blue Jays 2, Tigers 1. These two teams played 6 games over the past 2 weeks, and they all were basically within 1 run or went to extras and had a little bit of a spread. But the Jays come out with a win here, much needed win for them to even have a chance to stay in this race. They're still, something like 6 games out of wild card, a lot of ground to make up. But they do win here, and they split the season series with the Tigers 3-3. Bo Bichette hits his 21st, and Kevin Smith hits his career first home run for the Blue Jays. And that's all she wrote. 2 solo shots, and 1 run was scored by the Tigers along the way. Barrios goes 7, giving up no earned runs, 1 run scored, and 11 strikeouts. So after 3 straight struggling games for Barrios, he steps up a little bit here. Boyd, 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, and 5 Ks, giving up the 2 solo shots, which is all the Jays needed. Marlins 2, Reds 1. Marlins just playing spoiler at this point. And we also see the first time Luzardo had a good outing since switching over to the Marlins. Sanchez hits a 2-run shot in that first inning in the cleanup hole, and that's all it really took. They carried the rest of the way 2 runs, and the Reds only put up 1 run. And it didn't come until that 9th inning where Joey Votto hits a sacrifice in there. Malay goes 7, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks. He's going to get tagged with the loss again, but it's still a good outing for him. And Luzardo goes 6, giving up no earned runs and 8 strikeouts. So he's managed to bring his ERA down to 7.19. Long way to go, but flashes of brilliance is what the Marlins paid up for to get him at the deadline. Braves 9, Giants 0. So the Braves are going to end up winning this series against the top-seeded Giants, and they shut him out along the way. Austin Riley has a home run in this game, and there's talks of him potentially making a case for MVP at this point. I don't know about that. That's pretty crazy, but at the end of the day, he has been one of their best bats, and keeping them in the race when they were struggling, he very much did that. And at one point, he was on a thumbnail a couple days in a row, potentially. It's his 28th of the season. Albus hits his 23rd, and Solar has his 20th. So the home run ball is definitely alive and well for the Braves lately. Desclafani goes 3 earned runs and 4 Ks, giving up a couple of home runs. 11-6 on the season. It's starting to come back down to earth. He hasn't been super strong since the beginning of the season, but of course he's been good. Anderson goes 5.2, 0 earned runs, no strikeouts, but he holds the Giants off the score sheet, especially with home runs, which is always a tough task. White Sox 13, Cubs 1. So after losing 1 game to the Cubs, the White Sox immediately answered back by piling on the runs. 3-0 early. Cubs put up 1 in the 4th before 7 runs are scored by the White Sox. We have Robert hitting multi-home runs, 6 on the season. Goodwin his 8th. Jimenez his 8th. Grandal his 17th. So overall 5 home runs coming out of the White Sox camp. And Swindler hits his 6th for the White Sox. Is the only run they are able to score off Dylan Cease, who goes 6 1 runs, 11 Ks. The rotation of the White Sox is something to be scary of going into this playoffs. Hendricks on the other side goes 4.2, giving up 8 and 3 home runs along the way. The White Sox just piled them on, and their offense is super strong right now. Brewers 6, Twins too. Brewers did not have the greatest of weeks. They lost the series of the Twins, but they at least salvaged one game here, getting out 6-0 early before the Twins are put up a 2-run shot off the bat of Miguel Sano, his 23rd of the season. But well, it's not too late when it happens. They aren't able to score any more runs, especially off this Brewers bullpen, which is tops in the league. Urias hits his 18th, and Tellez his 11th of the season, a 3-run bomb. Ashby goes 5 2-run runs, 4 Ks. And then bullpen comes in, closes the door. We have Hader striking out the side, Williams striking out the side, Botsberger almost striking out the side. So all three of those guys super strong. Jax goes 5 6-run runs and 5 Ks, 6.71 ERA. A little bit rough for him. Rangers 13, Astros 2. So Rangers playing strong. They avoid the sweep of the Astros, and you don't really see it too often, other than after the All-Star break when they lost something like 10 straight. The Rangers don't really go on a big losing streak like we see with the O's, like we saw with the Diamondbacks. They tend to fight on every given night and at least take one from the teams they're playing. Garcia, it's been a while since he's been starting to smash home runs, but he hits his 29th, a grand slam in this one. He had a 3-hit, 5 RBI night, big night for him. Peters hits his 7th for the Rangers, and now on the other side, Alvarez does hit a solo shot, but not a lot of offense coming out of the Astros side. They had 6 hits, whereas the Rangers had 16. Greinke, rough outing for him. 4 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, giving up that home run. And Herron, 6.2, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks. He's looking all right for the Rangers. He definitely has a future with this team, and they got to be excited with some of these young, talented guys they have on their team. Rockies 5, Dodgers 0. With the Giants losing, the Dodgers had a chance to pull within 2, but they don't do it, and they lose here, getting completely shut out. Santazella carrying the load. He goes 7, 0 earned runs, 5 Ks, just shutting out the Dodgers. Don't see that too often. CJ Cron got things going with a 3-run bomb in the first, and they didn't have to look back after that, adding a couple more later in the game. M. White goes 30.13 earned runs and 6 Ks. Another somewhat bullpenish game for the Dodgers. And we see this a lot from them. They only have those 3 guys that they really count on to put up big innings with Urias, Buehler, and the other name is Scherzer now. Yeah, Dodgers miss a chance to gain on the Giants again. We're going to be talking about it the rest of the season. Mariners 4, Royals 3. So the Mariners do avoid a disastrous sweep at the hand of the Royals, but it was close again. Quickly out 1-0. Kelenic hit a solo shot in the 6th. Seager hit a 2-run shot in the 7th, which ends up being really the difference because they get out of 4-2 at the point. Kansas City does get close in the 8th, pulling within 1, but they can't close the rest of the door. Salvador Perez continues to mash. 2-hit, 2 RBI night, 38th home run of the season, and Taylor hits his 11th of the season as well. Brady Singer goes 6, 1 earned run, 5 Ks. Good outing for him, and Marco Gonzalez keeps the Royals at bay with 7 2 earned runs and 4 Ks. Big win for the Mariners. They need to keep winning if they're going to be in this hunt. Athletics 3, Yankees 1. Athletics now win back-to-back off the Yankees to split the weekend series 2-2. Much needed. The Yankees only put up 1 run in this one to tie it up in the 7th after being down early. But it's Tony Kemp playing hero. Pinch hitting late in the game in that 8th inning. He hits a 2-run bomb off Chad Green with 2 out. And that's going to be the difference. Montgomery goes 6, 0 and runs 3 Ks. He's going to get the no decision before the bullpen blows it for him. With Chad Green, and Blackburn goes 5, 0 and runs 1 K. The A's, of course, are missing Bassett, but they're definitely in the hunt. They need to go on, like all these teams that are in the hunt on either side, really, need to go on winning streaks. If they're going to have a chance in the playoffs, they got to win. You got to show that you deserve to be there. But there is spots up for grabs. If that is something your team wants, they're up for grabs. So make sure you're following along. We're doing these reviews every morning following this playoff race, and we do the power rankings every Sunday, which means last night we had a new episode come out. So make sure you check that out. Otherwise, we'll see you guys for that next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.